Let's give a big hand for Laurie Anderson.
I bet you're good at stacking blocks, right? No, I hate to put you on the spot. Would you be my helper? Oh, thank you. What's your name? Isabel. Okay. Can you come over here and help me? All right. So welcome to my Looney laboratory today. What I need you to do is you're going to stack these blocks, okay? Can you stack those blocks for me? Right on the table? All right. There's another one. Okay. Hold it. Okay. Oh, there you go. Now that was pretty easy to do, right? That's because the blocks are made up of a lot of mass, so they're real easy to stack. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to stack liquids. Would that be hard? Maybe? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, let me go get the stuff we need. We're going to put some. Now, if you do this at home, make sure that mommy or daddy or whoever's in charge gives you permission, right? Because otherwise we'll make a mess in the kitchen. All right. So will you pour the honey into this? Can you do that? It's kind of heavy. Are you good at cooking? All right. Okay. So I'll trust you in the library. If you make a mess, I promise I'll clean it up a little bit more. All right. I promise that. Okay. Good job. I'm going to pour just a tiny bit more in there. Don't be afraid to go crazy. Okay. So there we go. We're going to put honey in first. And then we're going to use some corn syrup. This is going to come out fast, so I better pour it. We got some corn syrup. Here we go. And I put some blue food color in it so you can see it better. All right. And now we're going to use some water, and just so you can see that better, I'll put a couple drops in there. We're going to change the color of the water. All right, perfect. So we're going to change the color of the water, and I'm going to hold this up so everybody can see it better. We'll put some water in there. All right. Okay, now I'm going to trust you not to make a mess. Can you hold that up so people can see? All right. Put some dish soap, and luckily this already has a nice color to it. We're going to put some dish soap in there. Make another layer. Oh, that's going to sink, right? Because why? Dish soap's a little thicker than water, right? And now we're going to put some oil on top of that. And the oil will sit on top of the water. Now, the science here is called density. You know what that means? Okay. Didn't think so. So I tried to come up with a way that I could help you understand it better. All right, so we got this sack, right? Okay, so in this sack, all right, mass is all the stuff inside of an object or a liquid. Okay, so I want you to grab a hold of this. Can you grab a hold of that? All right, just pull on that. All right, can you pull on that? All right, now go way over there. Go way over there. Oh, we pour it. That's okay. Boy, I'm as good at these mouth coils as someone in a magic club. Here we go. So pull on this. All right, now go way over there. All right. So mass is the stuff that makes up an object or a liquid. All right, here we go. Keep going. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to explain density. Density is when we take all that stuff, all right? We're going to take all that stuff and we're going to compress it together, okay? And that's what density is. All right, I give you that for a souvenir, but I'll have something better for you after the show, okay? Thank you. So now I'm going to need some extra volunteers. Let's see. What do you think? All right, so we need 1, 2, lots of smiley faces here. They're all in the front row. Okay, 3. Yeah, come on up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the Centrifugal Force Orchestra. Not that I should give any of those secrets away, but you can find those secrets in the books here at the library. Today I take a hex nut and I'm going to put it inside a balloon. Now after the show I'm going to let you keep these balloons, but I can't give them to you during the shows today because I'm afraid they might be a distraction to the other entertainers. Alright, so I'm going to blow up the balloon. Now I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to the circus before and you see the guys in the motorcycles and they run around in circles. Okay, that's an example of the centrifugal force that we're going to be using today with these balloons. Okay, so one for you, and then I pre-made a few to save a little time. I forgot to turn on my timer today. I tend to be a little bit long-winded, so I apologize. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. You know what? I got an extra balloon. Would you like to do this too? It's up to you. You don't have to. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to lead my orchestra here. Okay, so what you're going to do is hold the balloon on each side, okay? And then you're going to spin it like this, okay? In a circle, in a circle. So thank you very much for all your help. All right. So I was reading this book and I was reading all about this. His name was, let's see if I can remember, Bernoulli. Bernoulli, he discovered something very magical about air. He discovered that the faster the air flew over an object, the less pressure that actually or forced against the object. So in order to do that, can I have a helper? Yeah. Okay. We're going to show you how this works here by using a hairdryer. You guys can do this at home. I know you'll be so excited to try this out at home. All right. So I'll use a hairdryer for an example because I don't know how else to show you an example of fast air than a hairdryer. All right, so. And then, sometimes a ping pong ball will work a little bit better. Just to guarantee my show right now for today, I'm going to use this. Okay, so we have an example of fast flowing air here. And so what's going to happen is gravity is going to pull the ball down towards the hairdryer, but the forces from the hairdryer is going to lift the ball back up. But the cool thing that happens is the air evenly is going to flow around the object. So forcing it, if we put it in the right spot, to hover over the hairdryer. Okay, so you ready to take hold of this and walk around? So wherever you walk with the hairdryer, due to Bernoulli's principle, it'll just cause it to hover, and that's what makes the airplanes fly. So, is that very cool or what? Hey, since you're having fun with this, why don't we use a leaf blower? Let's get out the leaf blower here. Okay. Can you tell this is what I used to drag my hair this morning? All right. So here we go. I'm going to have you take that. Now, I wouldn't let a kid hold it, obviously. It'll be a little too heavy for them. But since my helper's so strong today, all right, we'll turn that on high. things that are gonna shoot up in the air and things that might be a little bit messy, but I promise I'm gonna clean up the mess. We're not gonna leave any messes in the library. But you know what? Last night I had this amazing dream. I had a dream that I could turn anyone into a static magnet. So I know I shouldn't do this at a showcase, but I'm gonna do it anyway, so, okay. One more time. I promise, after the show, you're going to have to come over to my booth because you've been such a great helper today that I really owe you something, okay? So I'm going to make you something really special. Now, what we're going to do is we need some music, okay, to turn you into a static magnet. I promise it won't hurt, okay? You trust me? I'm not going to trust strangers, but you can trust me today. I want you to stand right here, if you will. Okay, we're going to turn around and face our audience. Okay, now, how did the dream go? Oh, I remember. We need some music, okay?